Good morning. This is Fahmy Hamzy. It's 8:35 a.m. on November 10th, 2021. It's a Wednesday. As always, we do these on Wednesdays. And a reminder that they get posted here on our video channel at YouTube. Best is to join. There's about 1250 to 1200 people there. This way, the moment we post something, you immediately get it. Okay. Also, the registration you only need to do it once. It rolls over. It rolls over from week to week, so it just the numbers just accumulate. Okay. Has nothing to do with the number will show up. It's a little bit early in the morning, but we were doing this daily morning briefs, and it was just too much for me. And now we have much expanded offering, and you can see what we're up to. We need to keep this brief. And while we're not giving any trades away for PMT, we do talk about bias. We talk about how we think, what are the charts are doing, what are the flaws of the indicators. No indicator is perfect. Let's just be honest about that. And you could see also what to expect over time. You see what the system has done. I call it a system in a sense because it's a series of indicators, and the third party uninterested verification speaks for itself. Anything else short of that, I would be careful out there. All right. We have a webinar tonight for what's called Happy. We changed our OTF package into prop day trading system. This is quick housekeeping. OTF is still a big part of it, but this page will change somewhat. And of course, we're using GoToMeeting for that. Okay. And 2 Zoom meetings. We got rid of CL. We couldn't do it. That's the only change we have. Option package doing well. I'm short with time and digest, getting my ass kicked, but it's getting the weather. I'm ready now to do a put spread on. So I didn't put a trade on for a reason. I knew because picking tops are not easy. They're not precise. There's a lot of noise back and forth. Bottoms are easy. Why? Fear and greed. On top is party hardy. When we get to the fear period, it gets much faster. By the way, I'm going to knock out the ES here. 1 second, it's being broadcasted. Yeah, who's there? Johnny and Mark, I gotta shut that down. Okay, you guys come back later. Yeah. Once we're done with the webinar here. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, those are done. A little bit better bandwidth. All right. So why don't we get started here? But I also appreciate your forbearance. Last few weeks and a couple of months, it's just been we've been on a tear in terms of what we're trying to do, and just been very both expensive and time consuming. And I've been out of time. I mean, time bankrupt. Sometimes I feel like I'm broken, but you just have to move forward. As Bezos said, you have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position if you want to achieve greatness. And boy, that guy did. That's for sure. All right. Okay, let's go to time econ calendar first. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Okay, CPI. Ooh, why there's nothing tomorrow? What's going on November 11th? Is that Veterans Day or something? Or what is tomorrow? Is there a reason there's nothing on tomorrow? And with jobless claims today? Wow. Okay, 0.9. This is not good, Jack. 6.2 year to year. Yeah, last night I was hearing Auntie Jeanette. When I called her that when she was running the temple, the Fed. And then she was, I think, she was on NPR. I was going somewhere, I think. I was in the car. Explain Energy 4.6. She says, well, we'll be back to our usual 2%. I'm saying, what's usual now? These numbers are huge. And they're not going to go away until we get the supply chain cleaned up. There's no way. That demand is so heavy now, that it's going to overshadow everything else. Jobless claims. Hold on. Anybody know why we have nothing scheduled for tomorrow? No economic data? You can put it in the chat for me. Thank you. Hey, you know me. I am where I am. I get behind. I don't understand something. I haven't checked the news. Anybody helps me, I appreciate that. What do you get? Oh, hello, steak knives. Yeah, different color. Different color for handle this time, yeah, because you probably got too many of them in the past. So we just changed the color, yeah. So, what JavaScript? What was the number? Sorry, I did not register it. 1 second. Come on, down 4. Okay, slow it down a tad. Okay, not much. You know what? Yeah, we're a much better place than we were a few months ago. All right, and then consumer sentiment on Friday at 10 at Joe's. Okay, and then Johnny speaking. No, different Johnny. Yeah, yeah. This Johnny is from. This is not our island Johnny. This Johnny runs New York Fed, the most important branch office of satellite office of Federal Reserve. 78273. Okay, all right. I know a lot of retail people watch that. I had a girlfriend who was running a California Pizza Kitchen, and she was a third employee there, so part of the executive board. And all the time she said, "What's? Did you get the number? What does that number mean? What do you think?" I said, "Julie, go back to work. Nobody knows. There'll be analysis a little later on. Relax. Why do you need to know that at 7 o'clock in the morning? Remember, that's California. 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Why do you need that? Go back to work. Yeah. Oh well. Never tell a blonde what to do. That's my advice to you. Veterans Day, 11. I thought it was don't they put that on for Mondays? So it's floating? Oh, okay. Makes sense to me, Veterans Day. Yeah. Because there was some news on that. Thank you, boss. Appreciate that. That's Robert Brady. He always keeps me out of trouble. So I'm grateful. Okay, double top here on the CI diff. A little bit edgy on the top. A lot of long red color. So we have a little bit of shorts on. We also have we're net delta long on the option package. I've introduced the delta calculation. I want to make sure we're looking at that daily because now you get into an area where easy money is already made. You get a little turbulent, and both in futures or options. We got to be cognizant of that. Excuse me. Okay, advanced decline is not showing any sign of the heavier new highs. Because why? It's normal. It peaks early and it falls off as we still continue to drive up. But at some point, this could be a problem. All right, you're probably seeing it somewhere also in Nasdaq. Breath thrust, it's meager. I mean, 56, 57. Let me see 60 plus, then we'll talk. All right. And not a huge day, negative yesterday, but we're also down another 16 hours to start. We'll see. But you saw that thing sold. Holy macro. Yeah. Let me get this out of the way. Yeah. Here's a little quick example. 1-2, is it 125 or 126? I forgot. There you go. Here's one. Do you see what I dropped? This is the 3-minute bars. Look how it dropped yesterday. I mean, this was incredible. It achieved the new what I call new orbit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in 21 minutes. Boom. By time. Well, this is 9:45. So by 10, boom, done deal. Yeah, tough. Okay, Canaries. 8:44. Let's go. Okay. This is unusual. I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, hold on. Let me go to a magnifier. I'm beginning to use this a little bit more, guys. Hold on. Come on. Sorry, guys. Okay. Look at that. What happened was that obviously we went to new high, and as we get new highs, and this is a look back of I think 7 years, so it's a 7-year high. It may not be ultimate high, but it doesn't matter. But 7-year high, certainly for SPX and others, it works. So it went up really dramatically. That's why you have such a change in ATH, all-time high, and then drops back and sideways. So go figure. It's something unusual visually, but it also says that this move says we have a lot going forward. Don't be short. Yeah, well, we're net long big time. Yeah, we've got a couple of shorts, but nothing from fancy. The trender, look at, you see that peak there went over 14 again. This side, look at where we are, historical values. Okay, These are in line. This is in line. Yeah. Right now we're back in line in terms of net changes. All of these are positive. Yeah, we have all 8 positive. That's where usually I get worried when all 8 are positive, both 50 and 200 the trenders. Okay. Anything else? Huge run here, obviously noteworthy. This is a huge run for Russell that says Nasdaq should have more forward momentum. But I think we may see a small pullback and then boom goes back on. Hi, Mehdi. How are you, sir? This is being recorded. Audio. Okay, no worries. All right. SP1 Momo. All right. We're long and long again. Obviously, this has not changed. This is weekly charts with a just a simple mechanical trend following like a turtles setup, and it's just slightly optimized for index because index is a different vol regime compared to a single stock. Our proprietary SP1 and Momo looking good. We're in the channel +1 +2 sigma. So relative strength is there. We're in the channel. Should continue. Momo says, hold on. Wait a second. It's like Momo sometimes like blonde. Every 5 minutes wants to change his or her idea. So she said, no, hold on. So we'll see. Not too high, not too low. It's very, very indeterminate here in terms of our binary calls. Because ultimately you have to go to a binary answer, right? Are you long or are you short? So preponderance of evidence, whatever you look at, where are we? And this one says for now, I'm not sure. So we'll see. Not much of activity in this department, 52 weeks high and lows. You could see some there. What's more important is the longer view, the 52 weeks. And we've talked about this. We went this high on the May 14th, and usually it turns down and stays down when the market starts to roll over, and this will start picking up. We have not, because same scale. We have not. So it's just one of the most incredible runs we've had in a long time. Yeah. So also, we came in from the abyss. Keep that in mind. It's easy to run up, okay, when you're coming off of the abyss. So, yep. If you were shaken up and threw in baby with the bathwater, March 3rd, 23rd of last year, you didn't listen to our PMT. Yeah, you have a lot to be sorry about. Yeah. I got a friend who's down 7 mil. Yes, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. He refused to hedge, and then he panicked. So, yeah. And he's an old dog. You can't teach him new tricks. So stop. I told myself. Yeah. Now he says, "What do you think?" I said, "I don't. You didn't listen to me back then. Why should you listen to me now? Forget it." Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 144 on SQ at the center line. Remember, limit is 150 to 100. We have already never got to 100 down, and we've exceeded the 150. So new high is 170. This pullback just says that the tail risk of the put side, the lower side, so the put spreads or outright puts deep out of the money, has lessened. Okay, this is a purely empirical observation on data. Has nothing. You cannot trade this. You cannot subject to bid or ask. It's strictly what SPX options look like on a tail risk basis. TD. Okay, we're coming up here because of that drop here. We're down about 19 now. Big drop on SP2. We've talked about that several times in the chat room. As you know, I have this chart there. Take a look. And rendezvous points, we're going through that. So the pullback should start. So I'm going to go back and see which names do I want to stay on, what kind of volatility they have against the index, and you do some analysis there. And then watch our delta. We added delta to our open positions. Then there's a chart. There's a In the option package, you get access to the Google Docs that my team and I maintain, and mainly they do. I mean, they do the hard work. But we added delta to it so we can understand net position delta of the portfolio itself vis-a-vis market call. Yeah, yeah. So, especially this baby, I want to. This is my true and tested, goes back 25 years indicator. I've not touched it. The only thing we added was colors, and the coding issue of the colors. That's all. The values, everything is the same. It's just incredible how it picks tops and bottoms. And look, this is signaling a possible top up here. Yeah, it just was so high. What was that reading? 93.5. You don't see that often. Go back, you don't. No. Or it was like what do you call it in March 2000? I mean March 20. Not this show. Hold on. No, is this? Oh my God, no, no. There we go. No, look at this reading. Look at that reading. Yeah, yeah. It just that sell-off was so severe. Okay, and then systematically uh, could not be contained, and it persevere. That persevere. Look at the readings. Boom, boom, boom. It just killed it. At the low, you see the divergence. We have lower price and divergence here. That was a takeoff signal. So, yeah. But you've seen those webinars. We have talked to them live, or within a few days of happening, saying, "Hey, this is what we do and why." So this is a pretty good one. I like the stock RSIs too. So Treasury yields at 852. Let's wrap it up in a few minutes. Excuse me. A little bit pressured to the downside. I think it's temporary. We have inflation here for now. I don't care what these guys call it. I'll show up in the data too in observations, but you can feel it. Last night I put gas in the car, $75. I know I was a little bit low. I never usually go to fill up gas that low. I'm just so busy. I hardly drive, so you forget. You just get, oh, I need to get gas. I put gas in like once a month, in the car. I hardly drive here. I'm usually here or within walking distances, everything I want. That's a good exercise for me. And it's outside, good weather, everything. Take Tico for a walk. What's Tico do in the car? So, but $75. Okay, I think my average usually in the past few years down here again, local market, Florida, Southwest Florida. My fee was like 50, 55. My car, I mean, filling up the tank, 55, 58, not 75. So that's a problem. Hopefully, the economy speed continues in the recovery, so that it offsets the additional transportation costs. But remember, these days you can't get away. Everything we do has some transportation component in it because of supply chains, and our supply chains are very distributed globally. And right or wrong, that's how we're getting the cheapest labor. Okay, without that, our cost would be a lot higher if we didn't have it. Yeah, so, and skill sets are different. So don't get into politics of it, but I do agree we need jobs here. We need to do more here, but let's train them to more better paying jobs, not the stuff. We don't want to have the same skill set as some of the lowest skilled laborers overseas. We're not that economy. So anyhow, again, this coming for a poor dumb immigrant. Okay, all being said, poor dumb on PDI. It's a description of it on the lingo page. I'm a poor dumb immigrant. That's my observation. But I came here because of my choice, not by default. So I have a little different observations here. All right, let's get into the dollar sign SPX Alpha 200 Romeo. This chart you can get from stock charts. Okay, that's a symbol. It comes once a day, about an hour after the close, much like a skew. It's not available during the weekday, or maybe I don't know if there's, but it's meaningless actually until the close. It takes an hour for this one to update. Yeah, because of the day. Yeah, because it's 20 day. This has to be daily, so it takes an hour to update. I think TradingStation tried to do this beat their what's it called? Um, um, Selected what do you call it? Translation designed indicators. There's a category they use. I forget, but they have some interesting indices. Hey, the one we use for Lowry. This one, this data. Oh, we couldn't do it without TradeStation. This data that goes to compute the buying and power index and so forth. Notice the system went on short on what do you call it? On Nasdaq. Again, this is daily. Recently, it's been still long on ES. Yep. Yep. So, and then volume. Let's look at this too. Yesterday on a bounce back up from that lows we put in on the SPX, and also NDX, of course, was more violent. And that's the Bollinger Band, 2 sigma channel. Yeah, we registered negative 60. Interesting enough, what do you call it? Nasdaq was good. The volume on Nasdaq was good. Yeah. So it was positive. So remember, it's 100 to negative 100. So this is, I think this is what we're using as advanced decline data. That's not anything unusual, the input. I wrote the code though. It's open code from Lowry Research, a fellow named Paul Desmond. He publishes that, so that's available there. Back to here. Okay, let's analyze this one. Okay, we start going back up again, and obviously this reacted the same way. Usually this is a good indicator on the tops as a rollover occurs. I'm sorry, before the rollover happens. As we run up in the index, this starts giving bearish divergences back to back, many of them. Excuse me. And at some point, you see the lower peaks and the moving averages starts widening, and that's that something is happening. And always down here widens. Here was a very fast run up again, you could see. This is 200 names. I'm sorry, 500 names. The percentage, they were at 76% of over 200-day moving average. Okay, it's a very broad market look. A lot of large portfolio managers look at this for timing themselves. Remember, it's not the mom and pops that moves the market, it's the whales. So you have to think like a whale, look for things that a whale looks at, and eat like a whale. No, I'm kidding. Cut back on eating. I'm a plant-based now. I enjoy it. Okay, so hey Nance, how are you? So long story short, here comes that's my presentation here for this morning. I'll be more than happy to entertain a couple of quick questions. Oh, overnight. We're going to do overnight. And again, don't forget tonight, the webinar on the OTF, not OTF, I'm sorry, Happy Day Trading Systems. Should be happy, say. Happy, the I is indicator. We have to say system. So it's a PDTS, day trading systems. Yeah. So far, this is what we have done now. We came back up a little bit. This was a news on CPI. It couldn't be jobless claims because that wasn't come back. The CPI was heavy. Yeah. So, any questions for me, guys? All right, I'm out of here. See you guys on the other side. Okay. This gets post-processed, and then we'll post it for you as soon as we can. Again, see you next week. Remember, you don't need to sign up for these webinars more than once. It just rolls you over. Yeah. Thank you for attending. See you next week. Thanks.